it's time to texture this wheelbarrow, and we're gonna make it look something like this, really old and full of mud and sort of discarded in a field somewhere. That's one use for it. All right, so here we go. I'm going to provide links for all the textures that I'm using in this. So it's going to be pretty straightforward too. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply some modifiers here. Control A. Let me get rid of that stuff, and we're going to apply the mirrors if there are any here. So let's do that. Control A. Let's get rid of that. This stuff. Let's just apply all the mirrors. That. We'll get rid of that. And we could look at. We'll probably join it together, so that'll help. Apply the bevel on that. One thing I will say is it was suggested that I put something on the bottom, so I did do that. So we've got some more support on there. And I mean, I could keep those on, but not really necessary. So we're just applying all of the modifiers here, and I'm not going to delete a lot of extra faces, but you get rid of that edge there, and I'm going to apply the subdivision there. And I might go for another subdivision, but I'm going to apply that. Okay, mirror. Get rid of that for now. On the other hand, I might put some of those on again. All right, I think I've got everything pretty much done. So let's say we have a look at that piece there. Come over to the shading tab, and I'm going to create new, and I'm going to call this wood. All right, and this one here, we're going to have metal. So we'll go around and select the stuff that's metal. Shift Control there. Control L on link materials. So that's going to be wood. And that's going to be wood. That's going to be wood. So I'll Control L there. And we'll see what else we're missing here. That's going to be wood, so that's going to be wood. That Control L link materials. And this piece here, I'm going to come in and select the ends and Control plus a bunch of times there. Let's come over here. That's going to be wood. We'll assign that, and then I'll Control I, create another material there, another slot for metal. Assign that. Okay, that's pretty good so far. All right, let's get going on this. Okay, so the wood we're going to use, Shift Control T, and they're all in here. So I'll link to this stuff. It's going to be this color, this normal, and this roughness. That's all I've got for that. So we're going to add that, and that's going to go all over the place, and then we can have a look. All right, so what I want for this, if you come over to UV editing, we need to unwrap this, and that's going to be simple as well. So I'm going to select it, and I'm going to press U, Smart UV Project, and OK. And let's scroll the mouse and change that to there. And any grain, it looks a little bit like it's going that way, so I'll select that and rotate 90 and go to UV, Pack Islands, but I don't want it to rotate. That was the whole point. And that's going to be that. All right, let's come to these. Now, maybe I'll do them individually. I'll select that one, U, Smart UV Project. And it looks a little bit like it goes up and down, so I'll select it, rotate 90, and Pack Islands. All right, that's what that's going to look like. And this one, select rotate 90 and pack. It'll be pretty similar, but that's okay. Let's go to this one here and Smart UV project. Let's rotate that, A to select, R90 and pack. Okay, let's come in here, see what happens if we do both of them at the same time. Select R90, and pack. Okay, let's come into these ones. I guess we could look at doing them at the same time. Smart UV project, select R90. Very straightforward, very easy to do. Up and down. Okay, now for the wheel, actually let's do these. Do those. R90 as well. Okay, so it goes this way. Now the wheel is going to look a little bit weird, and there's other techniques. I think I will actually go in here. There's other techniques to get the grain to go around in a circle, and we're not going to do that here. I'll get rid of some of that. Let's just take this and let's try just Smart UV project and see how that works. Do I not have the wood on there? Okay, and it just ends up looking like that, and that's okay, I think, for a model like this. So let's just leave that. Let's take the wood. Let's select, easy way to select it. Use Smart UV project. I'll select that and rotate 90 as well. And it'll look like that. Let's do the metal stuff here. Let's take this and we'll go ahead and Smart UV project that. And maybe I don't have metal on all of these. Okay, at least choose that one. Okay, for metal, shift control T, and the metal will be color, metalness, normal, and roughness. All right, but I think for the metal, I'm going to, and because I'm doing this in Eevee, that's why I don't have the displacement. I'm going to add a color gamma, drop that in there. I'm going to try 2, see if I like that. Let's come back here to layout. And let's just try on all of these real quick. I don't think that matters, the orientation for these things so much, but we'll just Smart UV project these and see how they look. Forgot some wood under there. Let's make sure we unwrap this part. So let's just Control I, use Smart UV project. So that looks fine. This part here, I could get rid of a few. There. Let's come back to this stuff here. I'll Smart UV project that and put on the wood. We'll come in and rotate 90. Select, sorry, rotate 90. I'll just take this and select that and Control L, link materials. Come into this one and Smart UV project and rotate. So this is what we're getting so far. And now for these, let's come in here and I'm going to want 2 materials. I'm going to want a material there, and I think I'm going to Control plus to one more. Actually, I'll just select the two top and bottom face and Control plus. That'll do it on the top and the bottom. In fact, take it all back. Let's do both of them at the same time. Okay, tops and bottoms, Control plus. There we go. Okay, and this is going to be a different one. This is going to be, I'll just call this log and assign in. Then Control I, and I'll add another material slot. And this is going to be log end and assign. Let me just make sure I've got that and that. Okay, hang on. There we go. All right, let's come on in. So log and Shift Control T, and I'm going to provide this one. Now this one has an ambient occlusion actually. Color, normal, and roughness. And let's make sure that that's going on there. There we go. And for the tops, actually I can just use this. No, maybe I can't. Maybe I did something wrong. Control plus, and that's going to be this one here. There we go. For that, I'm going to just find an image somewhere. I think it's just Control T. I don't think I have more than one. So I'm going to look for an image of, I don't have it in here. I've done this before though. And we'll find something with the ends. So let's see, tree bark, I think it's in. Logs. We've got this one, tree end, I don't know, what would that look like? Let's go over to UV editing. Let's do these one at a time. Let's select here, and did I UV unwrap these? I'm going to smart UV project that actually, and then I'm going to select the top, Control plus, A, G, and sort of move this in like that. How's that look? That may not be the one that I used in my original image, but that's probably going to be okay. Let's come in here and Control plus and move that in. We could rotate it, just make it ever so slightly different. Or you could find another image. And you'll never see this from the underneath, but I'll do it anyhow. And the last one. So, I mean, you know, you can obviously try different woods and see what wood looks best for you. And this is the one I'm going for here. So let's go back to the shader and have a look at this. Pretty standard so far. Let's move that out. Now, I've also got some other grunge on here, but this is basically the main wood, you can see. And then I've added some other stuff, which you could put on or not. You can make it white if you want, sort of like paint. I was thinking of sort of dried mud on here. And now that I look at this, though, one other thing that I do want to do, if I come over here, not log in, but log itself, I'm just going to put a gamma in there. And we'll try like 1.6, maybe even 1.8, just to match a little bit better when I put some grunge on there. All right, so let's do that. Let's try adding an image texture. And the image texture we're going to use here is this one. And again, I'll provide you a link. Just if you search for just grunge on Google, it's that one. And I think I'm going to use the UV coordinate here. And I'll put that into a color ramp. And I'm going to connect it right now to the base color, actually. And so I'm going to use a mix RGB, drop that in, drag the color down. So you can see what I'm getting here. Let's try overlay. All right. To manipulate this, I'm actually going to disconnect that and press Control T with the Node Wrangler enabled and give me my own coordinates here. So I could, at this point, I can scale this and change it up some way that I like. We could try extend and see. I'm going to leave it. Okay. Let's take this now and plug it into a bump. So I'm going to add a vector bump down here. And let's come out of Control plus, or Control spacebar, sorry. Bring the color down to the height here. Let's make this 0.5 just for the moment to see the effects. And now you can see that it looks sort of like something on the surface. I'll just scroll through this. So now it looks like dirt on top. That might be too much. But again, you can play with this. It almost looks like streaks. So you do anything that you want at that point. And you can try the different blend modes as well. You can try add. So now it looks like white paint, and that might be actually a little easier to work with when you are just starting to look at this. So I could do that, and there's a little bit less of it. You know, whatever effect that you like. Let's try multiply. All right, that's nice too. But I think I like the overlay. All right, for a little bit less. move this around. Find a spot that you like before it repeats. Could play all day with that. All right, let's come over here. Yes, in the World tab, and let's add a mix shader. And I'm going to copy that down and make it block. Put that in, and I'm going to add an input. Light path is camera ray, and I'll get a black background. And there it is, just with the default default lighting. And that's basically what I was going for here, as you can see. All right, so try out different woods, try out different grunges. I'll show you one other grunge or two, and we'll just sort of compare them and see what it looks like. Okay, that one's a lot more subtle. There's not much going on there. It's interesting effects. Just little specks of stuff. And of course you can indent these as well. I don't know if you wanted it eaten away. Let's try another grunge with that effect. I'm just doing it extreme so we can see. Let's try one of these leaks like that. Okay, that's cool too. Very cool. Oh, that looks really broken there. All right. So we've done it. We've made our wheelbarrow, and we are all set to move on. Thanks for watching.